Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the broadcast. Well, no surprise here. The United Nations, via one of their UN arms, known as the IAEA, also known as the International Atomic Energy Agency, well, they have just given their stamp of approval to throw and, well, dump radioactive nuclear water into your oceans. So much for world peace and saving the planet. I mean, it's almost as if that's not really the goal anyhow, but I digress. I mean, this is unheard of. I mean, I know that water's got to go somewhere, but here we have the stamp of approval to let it into your oceans. And I'm talking specifically about the radioactive water from Fukushima that they're going to be releasing into your oceans. Take a look at what I'm talking about here. And I originally found this on ZeroHedge.com. And by the way, the mainstream media is dead silent about this, like they always are, but here it is. ZeroHedge.com plan to pour radioactive waste from Fukushima nuclear plant into the Pacific Ocean. But don't worry, it's safe, says the IAEA. The International Atomic Energy Agency has concluded that Japan's plans to release radioactive water from the damaged Fukushima nuclear plant into the Pacific Ocean are consistent with international safety standards. Well, gee, Wally, look at that. It goes on in a report published on the 4th of July. Yes, you heard that right. Under the guise of a holiday, the IAEA, a United Nations body, said that the findings followed a comprehensive assessment and safety review of the treated water stored at Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant station. It goes on. The report is a result of nearly 2-year assessment conducted by the IAEA task force, made up of top scientists from within the agency, advised by internationally recognized nuclear safety experts from 11 countries, according to a press release. Around 1.2 million cubic meters in volume of water used to cool the fuel rods of the Fukushima plant will be released under the plan over the next 3 or 4 decades in order to prevent accidental leaks and to allow for the plant's decommissioning. As part of the plan, the IAEA said it will conduct an independent and objective safety review during the discharge phase with a continued on-site presence and live online monitoring throughout. And Japan did not specify a date for the release of this water. Okay, now before I show you the actual document as just, more solidified evidence of what they're doing, I want to make a statement. The only time that you want to hide stuff or kind of, push it under the radar so nobody pays attention to it is when you sign laws or executive orders in the dead of the night or on a holiday. This was literally the result of a 2-year investigation, and the document that you're about to see was published on the 4th of July, the Independence Day for the United States of America. I feel as if this was trying to be a secondary while everybody here in the United States was watching fireworks. Now, here's the actual report, because I always bring receipts. You got to see it for yourself, right? And this is it. This is the IAEA comprehensive report on the safety review of the ALPS treated water at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power station. And here's what it says. This is their overall assessment of why it's okay to put water, or this is their overall assessment. Let me just put it that way. Here's what it says. Based on its comprehensive assessment, the IAEA has concluded that the approach and activities to the discharge of the ALPS treated water taken by Japan are consistent with relevant international safety standards. Furthermore, the IAEA notes that the controlled gradual discharges of the treated water to the sea, as currently planned and assessed by TEPCO, would have a negligible radiological impact on people and the environment. In other words, not big enough to worry about, very small, minute, not concerning. These findings and this comprehensive report represent a significant milestone in the IAEA's review. In other words, don't worry about it. It's such a small impact. It's not going to mean anything. And by the way, they're going to distribute this water over the next few decades decades, TEPCO and the government of Japan basically plan to discharge this stuff over the next coming decades. And I believe about 3 to 4 decades is what they estimated in this particular report. But what they're claiming is they're saying, okay, well, we treated this water. It's clear. It's good enough. Good enough, by the way, to put in the water in. And it meets the standards that we think it meets. But it's so safe that they're going to deliver it really slowly over 4 decades. But don't worry. They have treated and cleaned this water. And let me show you their explanation of that. And here that is. TEPCO has developed the Advanced Liquid Processing System, ALPS, which is used to remove most of the radioactive contamination from the water and thus reduce the dose of workers from this stored water. Additionally, TEPCO, who's been at the forefront of Fukushima, has been working to reduce the amount of contaminated water produced each and every day. Now, there's a kicker to this, right? Well, as previously noted, contaminated water stored on the site is treated via that APL system to remove most of the radioactive content except tritium, which can't be removed by the ALPS system or any other industrial scale system, given the volume of water and low tritium concentrations involved. Tritium, by the way, can cause cancer if consumed in large quantities. That is your radioactive water. But don't worry, it's treated. There's just a little bit of that radioactive something or another known as tritium in the water. Put it in a container and leave it there. I mean, for crying out loud. This caused damage to our oceans. This is causing outrage either from even from the greenies, by the way. This is causing outrage from them. Take a look at theguardian.com. We depend on our beautiful reefs. Fukushima water release plan sparks concerns across the Pacific. So obviously they're not very happy about this either, but yet here we are. But you know what? You don't have to worry. The United Nations is a trustworthy organization. They've never lied. My ass, they lie a lot, and so does the Biden administration. So excuse me if I don't particularly jump on your bandwagon, you lying crocs, who are trying to take over our country, by the way. Right now, I've got some huge reports that you're going to want to check out about the United Nations and the World Economic Forum and what these globalists are doing on restrictedrepublic.com. Right now, we've got an amazing special, by the way. You can use the code INDEPENDENCE, and you can get it for $4 per month for 2 full years, $4 per month. But I got to tell you, the United Nations, I'm going to be putting out some bombshell reports today on how they're literally trying to take over everything. The digital internet, everything that we're doing. And it's insane. But get to restrictedrepublic.com, take advantage of Independence Day, and be independent from the mainstream media who lies to you all the time. But that said, there is a goal by the United Nations. We already know they're not a trustworthy organization. And now they're saying it's okay to put radioactive crap in the water over a couple of decades because it's treated, but don't worry, it still has tritium in it. And you know what? Hey, we digress. We're still the ones that are trying to save the planet and are saviors of the world. So much for saving the planet, right? It's like they talk out of one end or the other. But as a reminder, it did cause some damage. Here's an entire report on ocean. This is on whoi.edu, Oceanus, and it talks about some of the effects that the Fukushima fallout had on marine life. And then there's also this biological half-life of radioactive cesium in Japan rockfish. Like, it actually affected a lot of the rockfish there in Japan, and it's lowered over the days. And there's even outrage from communist CNN. Fukushima water release could change human DNA. So this is about changing your DNA if you put that water in. Now, I don't know about all that. However, like I said, this is something I think the greenies and our side can all agree upon. Either way, one has to question, if they cared so much about the environment and really wanted world peace and to save the planet, why would they approve such plan? Maybe because it's not about the planet at all. Anyhow, That said, please don't forget to check out my sponsor. I want to tell you guys, go Noble Gold Investments. If you haven't checked them out, I want to encourage you to go to their YouTube channel. I am a subscriber, as you can see right there. I subscribe, and even hit that all button. Make sure you do that on mine as well. But they have all kinds of videos that give you a lot of knowledge on what's going on in society, why gold and silver is important, money, just all kinds of things on money and why gold, silver, precious metals are important and what you should be doing. But subscribe to their website, listen to some of their videos, check them out, or even give them a call at 1-877-646-5347 and talk to one of their no-hassle specialists as well. But join that YouTube channel to really get involved in what's going on, because you want to make sure your family is safe from disaster. And that's a free thing that you can do by subscribing there and checking them out. Anyhow, I love all of you. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven signing out.